Hello everyone, this is Plankera, and welcome to my universe. Today, we're gonna go purify the heck out of a boss. Sounds good to me. Alright. So I'm not entirely sure what to expect here. I kinda got a taste of her before. And, you know, there are a few more collectibles floating out there, but I think I got the majority of stuff. I think I just want to go fight her a few times, and if I start getting a little bit frustrated, maybe then I will go do some more hunting. Ah yes, hello there again, Art. Welcome back. Today, I am playing Ender Lilies. And I'm like right at the end here, so... At least, I am pretty sure this is going to be right at the end. But I did take a look at the video you posted on your channel. That was drawn entirely with a mouse, right? Okay. So as always, I might get a little bit quiet during bosses because it's... Oh gosh, those projectiles are really fast. But yeah, bosses tend to be a little bit hard in this game, so I might need to focus a bit. I need to start culling these guys before they just get everywhere and all over the place and I have a very bad day. I'm gonna try to keep no more than... Okay, that is very large and sweeping, but my hope is that there's never more than like 2 on the screen. And beyond that, it's just gonna be a matter of learning boss tells and all that kind of stuff. Okay, but now she's spitting them out real fast. Now, this is where Dragon would probably help a lot. So I will probably take Dragon and his big damage over time effect. I think that would help a lot here. Okay, it looks like she never spits out more than 3. Okay, that's actually good to know. 3 is a lot, but probably manageable. Yeah, the fact that she's entirely stationary means that it's probably going to be the kind of boss fight that I excel at, where I learn the basics and then it's all about positioning. Okay. Okay, but I've already gone through all my heals. Sure, go for it. I might end up getting a little bit quiet while I'm focusing on the boss. And if I don't respond right away, I do apologize. But bosses in this game are very hard. and I am... My reflexes, they are not good. But yes, do not hesitate to ask stuff. It's all good. Alright, I'm gonna take a dragon. And I do actually think I will take it instead of this projectile. Oh man, we got to watch this cutscene every time. And the normal thing is always so long, but this one is even longer. Pain! Alright, well... It is what it is, I suppose. Okay. So that doesn't actually hurt these guys quite as much as I was hoping. So I should use that very carefully since I only get 10 uses. But it does look like it'll help keep their numbers down. Yeah, I think Dragon will definitely help. It's... Oh man, I do wish that I had a few more uses there, but... I'm not sure if I wanted enough to equip the relic for it. And I don't think I need lifesteal for this, so I will probably use a different relic for that. I feel like lifesteal is good for exploration, but not necessarily great for bosses. Okay, so phase 2 already. Not bad for a second try here. Especially for me. Okay, let's see what other things she throws in there. Okay, more dudes. I kind of expected. Let's cull a few. Oh, okay, and shockwaves on the ground. Okay, so far not so bad. Not so bad at all. I'm wondering if she's gonna have like a second health bar, and that's why things are not so bad right now. I could definitely see that for a boss like this. Yeah, I'm just gonna go pound on her heart for a little bit. Wait for the guys to come in close before dragoning? Okay. Yeah, I think that's a better use of dragon than just spamming it, especially considering there's so few uses. I might not keep it on my main bar then. Come on. Do the thing. Thank you. There's like all the guys in there, so I wanted to get them all. Oh, am I already out of heals? No, I'm not. Why aren't you taken? Oh man. Okay, is this phase 3 already? Alright, awesome. Okay, so I guess I am ready. Oh god, but now there's 4! Now there's 4 guys. Okay, probably not gonna get it this time. Yeah, there we go. But okay, so I don't think dragon is a good choice for my main bar. But I will probably use that a lot. I think dragon is very good for this fight. I think I will also take my mushroom wizard. So I think that's gonna be... This here will be mushroom wizard and dragon, and then main bar, we're gonna take bird. I'll keep my projectiles for now, but I don't think that they're like especially useful here. Trying to think if there's anything that would be better. I wonder, can you combo both of these? So like if I did swing, swing, I can. Can I do it in the air? Okay, that's actually pretty cool. Let's give it a try. So I'll use dragon and mushroom wizard while there's a lot of other summons on the field. This way I can just kind of clear them all at once. But yeah, this will let me stay in the air a little bit longer and get a few more hits on. Yeah, sounds good to me. Sounds great to me, actually. And I'll just call those guys when convenient. And actually, you know what? I'm realizing that staying in the middle lets me avoid a lot of attacks. Okay. Yeah, the fact that the Bosch is stationary makes this very doable. Unfortunately, after I dodge, I don't have very much mobility at all. Okay, and I'm still having to kind of get used to hitting S for attacks. I keep wanting to hit A instead of S. It doesn't work very well. And I need to keep better track of when I've dodged and when I haven't. Oh, man. Okay, so it got out of range before it went off. Okay, and I'm out of heals at this point, so that is very much death. But okay. I think I can get my fingers used to that. I might just keep Bird on all the time because that final phase doesn't seem that much harder than the early ones. And I think Bird will just be useful for culling guys. Well, I don't know. No, I should probably save Bird for the end. Use Dragon and Mushroom to handle the early parts, and then Bird at the end. And maybe if I'm lucky, Bird will actually mostly focus on the boss. That'd be pretty wonderful. Oh yeah. Okay, and sword combo actually has 4 hits now. I didn't realize that. That's pretty sweet. Okay, that still hits. And I should just spam that whenever I have it, really. That'll also help keep guys down. Man, I'm just having to hit all the buttons and my fingers are so not ready. Coordination, not my strong suit, but I'm doing my best. And I think I'm getting it. Okay, I think I can go back to my regular attacks for a little while. Because I'm going to be able to do this. And somehow I managed to miss everything. Unfortunate. Okay, yeah, there's got to be a phase 2. This is way too easy. This is way too easy for this game. Okay, here we go. Here's something. Okay, I'm not sure what just happened, but I'm guessing it's good that I ran away. Okay, I'll just run away again. I'd rather not find out what's going on there. Maybe it'll be useful knowledge someday, but, you know, I'm sure there will come a day where I just get hit by it. On accident. Okay, I'll run away. There we go. And let's get some dragons up in here. Use that to cull some guys, and I'll start spamming again. Yeah, there we go. Didn't mean to heal, but I think it's okay. Alright. So you're gonna have a phase 2, right? Or a second health bar. Yeah, there we go. Okay! So I get the feeling that there's gonna be another part to this. It's like I said, that was... Oh. That was pretty easy. Stop. Come no further. Or you too will be consumed by my blight. That's okay, I got this. I got the collectible. At least, I was hoping that's what the collectible did. Oh. We got friends. Alright, friends. Let's go. We'll just solve everything with the power of friendship here. Alright, I think I'm just gonna keep Bird up here for now. Okay, but I am dying here. I'm out of heals. I'll try to be a little bit more careful, but there's only so much carefulness I can muster when fighting here. At least Danmaku attack is fairly straightforward. Okay, still gonna run away from that. Okay, Bird is almost done, unfortunately, but it's okay, Bird. You've been very helpful. You're still my favorite. You just make everything better. Oh man, somehow I actually managed to get hit by that. Man, it feels weird to actually be able to just enjoy the boss music in, in this game. Most of the time I'm too busy panicking, but I don't know, I just feel like the boss has been pretty straightforward. Alright. Show me what you got for your last bit here. It's alright, we got this. Oh, are you just letting me win? It's okay. We will purify you too. We got this. Don't worry, friend. We can all get through this together. That's what life is about, right? Sharing each other's burdens. So don't worry about it. It's our turn to help you, since you've helped everyone else. It was as if I'd been in an eternal slumber, unsure if I was alive or dead. The days were filled with nothing but pain. When I awoke, I lay on a black pedestal. I felt a warm touch grace me. The tiny white priestesses, they were holding my hands. The same priestesses who were made to take on my blight. From nearby, I could barely make out the voices of the Coven members. The blight transfer rite was about to begin. The priestesses, knowing nothing of their fate, nuzzled up to me. These children would be sacrificed to keep me alive. What was it all for? The time I spent with them was what truly saved me. If I am to pass on a legacy to these children, let it be one of hope, not suffering. But how? How is this happening? Could one white priestess alone have such power? No, that amulet. You made it whole again, all of the fragments. All of the shadows of our history, the unknowable suffering. You're going to bear it all from now on. I see. You came all this way with everyone. Thank you. For freeing us all. For freeing me. You accomplished what I couldn't. You were never just a clone of myself. You were your own person, Lily. You've grown so much. It's time I should be going. I'll be watching over you. We'll always be together. Oh, and the rain stops. Man, this must be the first time the kingdom has seen sunshine in a very long time. Alright. Okay, so the final boss was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I figured it'd beat the heck it would just beat me up so much, and I'd have to spend a bunch of time, I don't know, figuring it out. But, yeah, I guess I went in with a pretty reasonable strategy, and it worked out. Oh, that background is so nice. Man, I kind of hate to talk over the music, but it's okay. The music is very nice. So I guess I'll, just post my thoughts on the game. Or, yeah, just, talk about it a little bit, now that I am at the end. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very well designed. It's like when it comes to a lot of Metroidvanias that I've seen, there tend to be a lot of trash mobs to wade through and stuff, and I kind of appreciated that while, you know, this game did have trash mobs, the way that it all worked out was that they were placed very particularly, and everything was extremely difficult. Like, just getting through rooms was really hard. But once you did, you typically unlocked some kind of shortcut. So that this way, they could place very deliberate challenges to get through without having it feel overwhelming, because you didn't have to go through the very difficult challenge every time. And so they could make difficulty that way. And so the difficulty wasn't just focused in the bosses. It was also very much just focused in how you move room to room and figuring out how to get through each thing. And so it made for two very different types of challenges. So you had the boss, where you had to, you know, the big, typically one-on-one fights. There were a few exceptions, but typically one-on-one fights, where you figure out their particular attack patterns, when to attack, where you want to be moving around, and all that stuff. And then you had the room-to-room challenges, where it was, okay, which enemies do I have to fight? Which enemies can I avoid? And what do I have to do to move around properly, do the platform to get through this particular passage, and all that kind of stuff. So it was a nice contrast. I really liked it. So it honestly just made going from room to room pretty enjoyable. And when I was reading about this game, I was a little bit worried that it was a combat-focused Metroidvania, which, well, due to me being bad at combat and having poor reflexes and that kind of thing, I wasn't sure how it would work out. But I gave it a try anyway, and oh, we got a cutscene. It is done. At long last, for each a proper burial. Lily, take heart. You are not alone. The Blight may have taken them, but they are still watching over us. And I will never leave your side. And I still got little tentacle hair. Endure Lilies. Amidst a collapsed world, her words echo out. Thank you for finding your way to me. Oh, and we get new menu music with that. Okay. Well, I'll talk for a little while longer, and then I might just go clean up those last few things. Just kind of see if I've got quite a bit of time. Like, yeah, that took 30 minutes. I thought it would take way longer than that. So yeah, I still got some time. So I might go do the last bit of cleanup. Maybe I'll fight the boss again without the Aegis Curio and get what I assume is ending B. Might try that too. But anyway, trying to remember where I left off. Basically, I like how the rooms were structured. I thought they were kind of interesting, and I was talking about how I'm always worried on combat-focused Metroidvanias because my reflexes are poor and all of that, but I never really felt like my reflexes were insufficient with this. Like, they'd probably help if I was better, but in general, just my ability to position and figure out when it was safe to hit, I think was actually the way they wanted to play this game, as opposed to just raw reflex. There's one boss in particular, the butterfly boss, Muriel, where her entire fight was basically, if you position correctly, it's very easy. I think I had to heal like once or twice during that fight. It was, well, it was pretty much what I was good at, and I kind of felt similarly about the last boss too. Like, that one was less position orientated. There was a little bit, and more about finding the right time to use abilities, which is also something that's not necessarily raw reflex. And I think it also kind of goes to show why Olv might have been less fun for me, because I think he was much more reflex-based, because he had that one global attack where you hit the dodge button or you have a bad day. I had many bad days. So that's probably also related to why I didn't like that boss as much. Hello there, Yeji Kitty. As for other things, I think I've mentioned before, environment design, art, music, all seriously on point. They were fantastic. I loved going through all the areas and just seeing what kind of new things that were out there. There was always this lovely juxtaposition between the parts that were just super grotesque, but still managing to be super beautiful. And that was that was fantastic. I like that kind of thing a lot. I think I liked the backgrounds for that reason more than the enemies, because the enemies tended to lean a little bit more into the grotesque as opposed to just the kind of gross, but still just amazingly beautiful that a lot of the backgrounds did. So yeah, that man, the art in this game is definitely some of the best I've seen in a game. It was super great. I just really very much enjoyed that. I don't have any super strong criticisms that don't really amount to taste. I do think that they might have given you a few too many sub-weapons. A lot of the ones I just never really ended up using, and the sheer amount that I was thrown at, especially considering that I could really only effectively use 2 at once. It's like maybe 4 if you assume that I switch between, which sometimes I did. But the fact that I could only use a small amount and I didn't see much variation between a lot of them made me less inclined to use them. I might, you know what, let's derp around with them a little bit more since I got some time. And sorry, Edukitty, I am just talking about the game now that I've about finished it. Lost Heirloom. Allows recollection of one's unblighted form. A hair ornament made from a pale flower, received from the White Priestess of the Fount. After the blight immobilized her, the White Priestess of the Fount gifted these handmade ornaments as blessings to the other priestesses in her stead. Okay. Oh. I was wondering if that was going to be the last collectible in this room, and that's why I could never find it, but it does not appear so. It kind of makes me wonder if there's other things, but anyway, let's go ahead and do some experiments. I see. You may now access Blightborn modes. Toggle these optional challenging modes to tailor your desired game experience. You may now access Maligned Memories. Prepare for back-to-back battles against each previously purified boss whose memories you have viewed. Okay. So, some optional things. I'm guessing this just makes me all white, but you know, I'm fine with tentacle hair. This is fine. I see, so... Okay, so there's a boss rush mode, which I probably will not go super into. I guess I'll try it once. Yeah, I'll try it once, see how it all works out. But I've never been super great at the bosses or anything. So I do not expect them to... expect to be able to beat this. I'd have to spend a bunch of time learning their patterns, and I don't think I'm gonna do that again. Alright, I don't have my projectile equipped right now. So I'll just have to back off then, which is a little bit sad. Man, I just do not remember any of the patterns. Ooh. But yeah, if it's a boss rush mode, then that means that you can't tailor your loadout to actually beating them. Tricky. Alright, buddy. Let's go. I actually forgot that this boss had a second form. I will kind of laugh if I end up losing to the first boss. Just because I don't remember how to fight her. I'm actually pretty sure I beat her on my first try in my original run. Alright, I'll just try to be a little bit more careful here. Because I would feel rather silly if I lost to the first boss. Yeah, this is still the phase of the game where I can just safely dodge through things. In fact, that's how they expect you to beat things. Man, doesn't that feel weird? Okay. We are good. Now let's lose to the next one. Okay, I kind of remember this guy. Oh yeah, and he has one where he, like, swings all the way around. I still don't want to fight enemies at the edge of the screen. That's just terribly uncomfortable. But yeah, it is just a straight-up boss rush mode. Which is fine. The bosses were fun. But I probably will not go and learn how to do the whole thing. That sounds like it'd be hard for me. Got distracted by something else. Alright, buddy, come here to the middle. Yeah, didn't you jump around a lot? That's the one that goes back, yeah. I remember now. Man! After what I'm used to, his attacks feel so slow. I remember they felt so fast. The first time I played. Okay, I cannot quite get two. That's fine. I do wish I had my projectiles, though. I miss my projectiles. Oh. Right, I forgot. Okay, cannot... Unless I am on point, I can't do two. That's okay. Okay. That is fine. Alright, let's go experiment with some of the sub-weapons. Okay. So... These ones I'm more familiar with. This was a shield. What do you do? Oh, are you like bird? Just ground bird? Okay, that's cool. Because I see that your ammo appears to work the same way. Alright. So, dog might be ground bird. Let's do 2 at once. Okay, that's pretty cool. Good for aerial, which is something that I felt like I was lacking in. I think I was supposed to get him earlier than I did. This involves summoning a spider, which means I have no desire to use it if I can be helped. But yeah, that one seemed to be based on locking enemies in a cocoon, which, honestly, I'd rather just stab them. That one I used a little bit. This one too. This one I used a little bit. Okay, let's try both of these now. Oh, is it like a shield? Interesting. Okay. Okay, and this one does get me a little bit of height. Not very much. Might give me more if I upgrade him. I do have some upgrade material, I think. Oh no, but I already have it maxed. Okay. So that one doesn't give me much height. It might be enough for that one big chasm. Okay, so he's gonna jump around and smash some dudes. Understandable. Oh, this one's actually quite fast. Yeah, this one's pretty cool. I like this one. Okay. And one more. Yeah. In general, I just don't feel like the sub-weapons are varied enough to justify their number. I kind of get what they were going for with them. They wanted you to be able to have a bunch of friends to summon. And I imagine... I think it's okay to have some just be up to taste. But I never particularly felt like that they were varied enough that I wanted to change the ones that I got familiar with. I do kind of wish I found out about dog sooner. Because, yes, having that along with bird might have actually been pretty sweet. Okay, and so I'm gonna take claws and fish upstairs, and I'm gonna try to get across the big chasm in this room. Since I have so much time, I might as well go try to finish the cleanup here. Okay, so let's see if claws will get me high enough. Maybe, if I am able to do this in the right order. I kind of need to find the optimal order. Basically, what I was trying to do there was I was thinking, is there a way where I could hang in the air long enough that the cooldown would finish? So... I made it! Hooray! Furious Blight 800! Oh man! Okay, well that's awesome. That would have let me upgrade my hammer. In fact, let's do that right now, since I'm thinking about refighting the boss to get ending 2. Alright. Maxed out. I actually ended up not using my projectiles here, so... Oh, and I had... more I could have done here. Okay, so if I decide to refight the boss, that'll be very useful. I had the other things I used to fight the boss maxed out already, so you know what? Let's max out dog, too. I'll go ahead and just max some things out for fun. That sounds like a good time. Okay. So let's go look at some of these other rooms that I couldn't quite figure out what to do with them. Let's see, there's this bench room. Where it's like, there's this wall right here, which makes me think that I need to use it for something. So I wonder if with the power of fish, I can get somewhere up here. Between fish and claws, maybe I can find my way up. But I'm not entirely sure. This is just an assumption based on the structure of the room and the fact that certain parts of the ceiling look a little bit weird to me. Okay, so nothing I could cling to right there. Let me try the other side. Inconclusive there. I might have clung onto something, but then... No, I don't seem to be able to do anything there. Yeah, I don't see anything that I can really cling to here. It's like I was thinking that there might have been something in the ceiling above the chandelier here. Because there's like that little light spot. Where light's flowing in. And I just had no better ideas for where to look. Let me go refresh my uses here. Yeah, I do not seem to be able to get up there. But if that is not the answer, then I'm not actually sure what is. Huh! I need to hit D first. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't seem to be getting up there. There's like no weird spots on the ground for me to jump from. Just to make sure, I'll try. But I think I tried that last time. And got nothing. Yeah, there do not appear to be any spots on the ground that I'm supposed to smack. Then what else is in here? What else is in here if that's not what I'm looking for? Yeah, I'm hitting a ceiling. I'm definitely bonking. So I don't see anything on the ground, but this room is blue, so that means that there's something here. There's no walls I can go through here. I have checked them all quite thoroughly. Man. I'm not sure what else to try. So if anybody watching wants to give spoilers, then... At this point, I consider it acceptable. So... Chat, if you know what's in this room, you can go ahead and tell me. Because I got nothing. At this point, I have exhausted all of my potential ideas. Okay, I'll go check some other rooms then. I don't really want to deal with the big pit, so I'll go try this long room. The big pit just mostly seems annoying, so I'll try it a few times, but if I miss whatever little thing is there, I'm actually kind of okay with that. Ah, yes, the teleporting bird. I may or may not clear this room of enemies. Depends on how much I need to search. If it suits me, I'll go ahead and just beat up everything, but if it does not, that's okay too. Okay, so looks like I got the thing down here. So I'll head back up onto the bridge. Oops. Assuming I don't mess up my jump. I do remember it being a little bit of a tight jump, so it's fine. Oh, here we are. Furious Blight 10. Okay, and that was it. Oh, there's fish down here too. Okay, well, let's get out of here then. I think I'm just gonna return to the bench and decide where to go from here. Okay, so I got a long room here, and then I got those two rooms up top. Let's go to the long room first. Just because it seems like the areas down here are a little bit more straightforward, so I will take the straightforward routes first. Okay, so something in here. I don't think I ever explored this room very well, so honestly, I'm not that surprised. Oh, and there's even a lantern I can cling to. Okay, well that'll make it easy. So it's probably just up here. Yep, sure is. Stagnant Blight 800. So I'll be able to upgrade dog more just for fun. It's okay, I like upgrading things, even if it serves no purpose. It just makes my monkey brain happy. Okay, yes, I remember this room. So this was another one of those rooms where I thought I explored it very thoroughly, but still could not find whatever secret was hiding. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna go get my projectiles. I don't want to deal with those things without my projectiles. And poison for everything else sounds fantastic. So, let's go. I say I don't want to deal with him without my projectiles, and then I just go up and whack him anyway. That's fine. Alright, so I'm just gonna clear a bunch of dudes first. And then I will start combing this area again. Okay, so, like I said, I always thought that I combed this place really, really well. But I'm still somehow missing something. Maybe I should just try banging on the floor in a few places. I don't see any weird spots on the floor here, though, so I'm not sure if that's gonna do it. But, you know, when in doubt, just bang on the floor, bang on the walls. Maybe something will give. Can that reach? No, can't. No, it's fine. I can face tank a little bit of damage and then go there. And after fighting the boss, for whatever reason, I cannot hit the right buttons anymore. Okay, so let me hit the floor here just to make sure. But this is a place where I can go pretty high up. Yep, nothing here. Man. So where the heck is this last secret? It's like, I know it's probably just gonna be like 5 HP or something, but it'd be nice to super clear the game, you know? It'd be nice. But I got nothing on that bench room, and I got nothing here. Oh yeah, okay. I should have brought my mobility options. I'm a doof. Oh well. I really don't feel like I'm supposed to be able to climb this, though. Okay, I'll try it with the mobility options. None of the enemies here are hard anymore. So from now on, I guess we just bring fish and claws to every location. Alright, so we have claws, and we have fish. Where'd fish go? Here we are. I want them on the same bar. And I don't need to be able to attack on that bar, so I'll bring Dragon too. Just to help me clear shield guys. Okay, so I'm just gonna clear everything up top for now and try to climb. Just face tank everything, it's fine. I don't have to be too bothered with it anymore. Once you beat the final boss, that's when you get to derp around. All is well. Okay. So I'm gonna try to get up here with claws. Yeah, I really don't feel like I'm supposed to be able to climb this. Oops, didn't mean to fish there, but that's okay. Yeah, even with claws, I do not appear to be able to get up there. Okay. Oh, there is a ledge up there, though. Okay, so maybe there's something up here? Okay, so this is as high up as I can go. Okay, it was just here, up on top, and Furious Light 800. Man! Well, yeah, that was pretty hard to get. But it has been gotten. I'm not gonna worry about the other enemies. And you know what? You're fine. Okay, I kind of recognize this pattern. Claws might be able to help me get up there. Don't worry, that time I actually did mean to use fish, but it took me a little bit further than I was ready for. So... okay, no, I think I can do that. Yep, there we go. Okay, that is where it is. Ah, lamp. Okay. Amulet gem, HP plus 20. Okay, and that's that. That is one big mystery solved. Now, if only I could figure out what was going on with that one bench room. Because, man, that's the only area up here. Only one! It's the only one! Why? Where are you hiding? Okay. Anyway, before I go do the big drop, I'm gonna go try to figure out what's going on with these rooms here. I guess I'll start here. Because it's easy. So this room is easy to get to, so I will see what I can find here. Meant to use the other one. No, I think I can make that. Okay, cannot cling onto the wall. I need a little bit more height, so I'm going to save my double jump. Actually, I really can't, can I? Okay, there we go. This is a thing I can stand on. Alright, Stagnant Blight 800. And then, yeah, there's the bench room and then the room right before the final boss. And I think that'll be everything, actually. Oh, the final boss room has something in it? Or is it just always marked as there will be something? No, the room that I got the ending here has nothing, huh? Okay, that's interesting. I wonder if it counts the ending as a collectible. Okay, well, while I'm down here, I think I'm gonna go for this room over there. This guy over here. See if I can figure out what's hiding in him. There's a lot of enemies here, though, and they tend to be kind of tough. So I will definitely be prepared for lots of fighting. Or maybe more accurately, lots of running away. So I've already gotten everything in this room, so this is... I just need to get through it. Well, okay, that's fine. Actually, thinking about it, I think I still had my mask on when fighting the final boss, too. I just did not really change my relics. I wasn't expecting to beat it that fast. I figured I'd go in, start learning the patterns, and figure out which things would be best for it. But it just all worked out. Just all worked out for me. Okay, I'm gonna worry about just killing everything in the room before I go ahead and start exploring it thoroughly, because there are bees and other things that are just kind of annoying. It'll get in the way and all the stuff that makes it hard to find anything. Okay, so I remember that lamp will just bring me to where you're supposed to get into the main elevator shaft. So not something that'll help me here. Okay, and I think this will just take me up to the next room. So there's not going to be anything up here, but I'll still exhaust all of my options. Just to make sure, since we are missing one mysterious thing. Yeah, that's just a wall. Yeah, and I just bonk on that ceiling. Yeah, I'll check the water again too, just to make sure I didn't miss anything here. Oh, didn't mean to do that, but, you know, worked out. That seems like a great way to kill fish. Messing up all my jumps. It's fine. Okay. So now I'm just gonna go thoroughly check the water before I move on. The water is like the main thing that I think I might have missed something, so... And you can't down smash in the water, so if I do not see anything here. Ah, here we are. Amulet gem. Heck yeah. Alright, I was gonna say, if I don't see any, like, obvious tunnels, that means that there's nothing down there. And then I wouldn't see a tunnel. Worked out. Okay, before I start going back to the end, I'm gonna go to try to get the thing in this big drop here. Okay, nothing actually down here. I thought that would be the path out. It is not. Was it here? No, it is the spot above. Okay. It has been a while since I've been here. It's gonna be a little bit annoying to go through all this every time I want to go there, so... Oh, and this isn't even the right spot. Oh no, it is. Okay, cool. Okay. So... I don't know how I'm gonna handle this. I'm gonna switch to my mobility squad. But it's like you just start falling so fast. Okay. There's a few spots I can cling to the wall here, so that's nice. Oh, I missed it? I remember seeing something on one of the walls at one point. Was I hallucinating? Is it actually somewhere else? Could have sworn that I saw something sparkly against that wall at one point. Okay, maybe if I mobility squad better and stop dropping a little bit sooner. Maybe that'll be enough to get me there, although if I only have to get up there. Okay, not quite enough. Oh, but it probably is from here. Yeah, no problem. Mess up my jump, but that's okay. Yeah, from here it's pretty easy to climb. I say while I struggle to climb. Okay, that's fine. Mobility squad can help me out a little. Oh. Okay, but I think that's where the spot I'm trying to get to is. I see a weird wall there. So I guess I'll... Nope. I want to fish out. Claw up. And then there we go. King of the First Age's torn note. I found a small girl in the Deadlands. She didn't speak, but fixed her gaze upon me as she clung desperately to me. I don't quite know what came over me then. Had I gone mad, wanting to bring this child, or back a child of the ancients? Was it because she resembled us? Because she was a child? Or perhaps a sense of obligation? Perhaps I wanted my sins to be forgiven. Get a few skill points, and another thing to read. King of the First Age's torn note 2. Though we once thought them completely wiped out, the ancients have returned. From the farthest reaches of the land, they come reanimated by the blight. The children of the ancients were revered and worshipped in Land's End as the white priestesses. They were the only ones who could stave off the blight. And though I knew full well the toll that purification places on their bodies, I could find no way to forestall their ultimate sacrifice. Another sin to add to the pile. Atonement now seems to be but a bitter joke. Okay. And that is everything in that long drop there. Turned out it was easier to climb than it was to fall. I'm gonna go back to the mysterious bench. There's something in here, and it is driving me mad. I do not know where it could be. Every time I've always been like, oh yeah, maybe it's up there, and I just need to be able to do XYZ, and it'll work out. But now I can do XYZ, and it's still not working out. What is happening? Yeah, there's nothing to cling it to up there. Seriously, where? Where? Yeah, I just... What is in here? Where is it hiding? Where is it hiding? Yeah, I bonked there. I jumped up, but I definitely bonked. At least the music's nice. I really, really love this game's soundtrack. Oh, definitely bonked there, though. It definitely makes figuring out what is going on here way more tolerable. I will be so sad if I leave this mystery unsolved, but might just be what it is. Hey, I definitely had a big shockwave there, so there's definitely nothing right there. I'm bonking on this ceiling no matter where I jump. I can always tell I'm bonking because you fall down a lot faster after you bonk. There does not seem to be anything in these walls. Nothing in there. That is definitely a bonk. Nothing to interact with, no doors to go in or anything. Bonking on the ceiling. I've checked, like, the entire floor. I'll check the floor again. Yeah, and that had a big shockwave, so if there was something there, I think it would have broken. Yep, nothing there. Oops. Oh, that's right. I don't have a... Oh, no, I don't think I need that. Or maybe I do. I don't know, man. Okay, yeah, I've gone all the way across the floor. Just for good measure, I'll check here. Yep, nothing in the floor. Which is what made me think it was the ceiling. But I keep bonking on the ceiling. The game has never asked for, like, a huge deal of precision. Like, there's a couple of jumps that are a little tricky. But I would have thought that I would have found my way through already if... Nope, definitely bonking there. Yeah, definitely bonked there. What is in here? What is it? Where is it hiding? Okay, that was a bonk. I don't even need any special mobility to bonk in these places. But I will do so just for good measure. Yeah, I do not appear to be able to get up there. Yeah, that's no good. Yeah, over here it's all just rest. There's nothing extra. If I don't find it soon, I'm just gonna go look it up, I think. As much as I hate to do that. Yeah, I can go all the way across the top. So there's nothing to cling to up there. Okay, give me a moment. I'm gonna go ahead and check. What is the name of this room? Monument of the Wind. So let's go look. Okay. It says either side here, there's a thing I can fall through. Oh, okay. Well, I can forgive myself for never finding that. Sir Garad erects this monument in memory of those who fought alongside the Priestess of the Wind. They fought bravely to eradicate the Blighted, allowing for the construction of the Twin Spires. Their noble sacrifice is the bedrock of our great sanctuary, granting us refuge from the blighted menaces encroach from the verboten domain. Huh. Am I supposed to be able to get to there somehow? So, was there a lower path in... I want to take a look at that. So, like, was there a lower path that I could have gotten to from over there? And yeah, that doesn't let you dash away fast enough to get off, so I have to find my way all the way around. Yeah, it's fine. I'm just gonna face tank everything. I don't care right now. I just want to solve the mystery of how you're supposed to find that. Because it does look like you're supposed to come at it from over here. So I just want to see if there is something that you can do to find that room from here. Just due to the fact that there's a locked door, I want to find it. So this is... No, this isn't where I came in. Okay, so yeah, this is how you're supposed to find it. There's a door here. Okay. Alright, well that happened. Would explain why I could never find it, but now I have the thing. Alright, let's go check out this last room here. So there's something in here. I'm pretty sure I could climb this wall no problem, so... Oh, I'm on the wrong set here. Oops. Jump did not do what I thought it would. So I'll just do a little bit of platforming and get back up here. Alright. Okay, how about fish over here then? Nope, I do not appear to be able to cling on any walls over there. No matter how much flippy stuff I do. Yeah, it does not appear to be over there at the very least. It's also possible that if I get the bad ending here, that I will get another collectible like I did when I got the good ending with that little amulet that I got, but I'll do my due diligence and look around. Assuming I can do my jumps properly, but honestly, getting onto the backside of pillars like that is not easy, so I can forgive myself for having a little bit of trouble. Maybe I should just rely on Mobility Squad a little bit more. Let their cooldowns finish. Oops. I thought I had my dash still, but the dash did not dash. Here we go. Okay, so now I'm on this wall. Doesn't look like there's anything over here, but nonetheless, I will go as far up as I can. Okay. I think that's like everything for this room, so I'll go ahead and equip my stuff. I will make sure to take this off. And from there... I don't know if there's poison mist in there, so I'll go ahead and keep this on. I don't really need the lifesteal. So I'll go ahead and replace that with damage. That sounds good to me. Now then, let me fix my spirits. So I had, I believe, a sword and bird. And then over here I had hammer and my 2 poison clouds. And if anything, I'm a little bit stronger now. And just for funsies, let's go ahead and upgrade some things. Oh yeah, it takes a lot to max out stuff. Man. I'll go ahead and max out dog too, just for fun. And I liked the way this one felt, so I'll go ahead and give it some experience, and this one was okay too, so I'll spend the rest on that. Okay. Let's go. Let's get him. Again! I did take off the Aegis Curio, right? I did. Okay. So we'll go beat up the boss, get the bad ending, and see what that looks like. It also said that there was something else in here, but I find that unlikely, so I am wondering if it is just the other ending. Alright, gotta sit through the long intro again, which is unfortunate. Well, hopefully the fight just goes as well as it did last time. So far so good, so. Yeah, and use that to cull dudes as well. That'll help. Okay, that I dodged a little bit too early. There's actually quite a long delay before they actually shoot. Come on, do the thing! There we go! Okay, worked out. Okay, we're getting lots of dudes, so I believe it is now Dragon Wizard time. I like putting it like that. And I'm just getting hit by everything, man. Yeah, super move is actually really, really good for culling these little summons. Okay. Phase 3 already. Okay, and this I just run away from. I'm still not sure what it does. I'm okay with never finding out. I'm gonna go ahead and summon Wizard Dragon and carry on. Get hit by everything, apparently. And the heal... Oh, I'm out of heals, that's why. I was like, the heal is not healing. Alright. Let's do that, but better. I don't know, maybe the lifesteal was doing more work for me than I thought it was. Good old pre-boss cutscene. You have so much wonderful design in this game, but why? Why would you make difficult bosses and then have a long cutscene beforehand that I'm gonna have to watch over and over again? It is truly the walk of shame. Oops. Also, oops. Alright, just gonna focus on the boss for a bit. As is normal. Yeah, it's been nice that they've been sitting like right in front of the boss for me. Okay, I think there's also a slight homing on those fireballs that I never noticed. Okay. Already used 3 heals, which is a bit unfortunate, but I'll try to be a little bit more cautious. Maybe use a little bit more Dragon Wizard. These fireballs get really fast, so they can actually be pretty hard to deal with. Especially for people like me who are not good at the game. Man. Yeah, I think that lifesteal might have actually been doing more work for me than I expected. So I think I'm gonna put it back, actually. When it comes down to it, I just gotta pick tankiness wherever I can. Since I am not good at dodging these fireballs. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Bring on your Danmaku! Oh no, that's not this phase, okay. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna give myself the lifesteal back. I think with just the sheer amount of summons, I probably was getting a lot of little hits in, especially with all the poison damage I was doing. So I think that is what's happening. I am sorry for underestimating your power, lifesteal. It's little things like that that are easy to underestimate. Okay, so we're just gonna go full tank. I am going to prepare to let myself face tank things as much as humanly possible. And I'll go ahead and get that ending B. And I will try to keep everything cold as much as I can get away with. And I'm gonna focus a little bit more on dodging than I have been. Okay. So far, so good. Oh, I accidentally summoned Bird. I did not mean to summon Bird. I just fat-fingered the button. I know Bird is my favorite, but we gotta use Bird in very specific special situations. Phase 1 of this boss does not require a Bird. I think I also heal more than I think I do, so I should save my heals a little bit better. Okay. 2 heals gone, that's not great. But I will keep trying. And we will aggressively Dragon and Wizard to help me out a bit. And do that whenever possible, so that hopefully I can cull some of the guys. I really just want to keep them off the field as much as I can. No, I didn't need to heal there. Here might be a good idea, though. Yeah, they really do stack up if you are not careful. Okay, are we phase 3? Looks like it. Excellent. Alright. Let's do this. I think I'm doing pretty alright. Nice. I keep wanting to hit dodge for my other weapon. It's not working so great. Okay, that's when I run away. I guess I'll cull this guy while I'm over here. Come on, do the thing. There we go. Perfect. Okay, we run away. And I'll come back over here, and I guess it's time for a little bit of wizard. Let's do a little bit of dragon too. Yeah, if you're good at staying in the air, most of the boss's attacks don't really hit you, do they? Oh man, we pray together. Alright, ending with a scream. Let's go. Let's have a bad day purifying this boss. Come. Stop. Come no further. Or you too will be consumed by my blight. Let's be consumed. So do you get the last phase there? Surely you saw many flowers on your journey here. The awful rain of death, darkening the skies of Land's End. Thriving on the rain, they blossom off my blighted body, the root of the scourge. I can feel the blight surging through my form. If only I had control over its spread. Then I could stop it at the source. Perhaps a day will come when I can hold back the blight without it seeping out. Not that it matters anymore. I wish the world didn't require that you bear the burden of the blight. You're the only clone of myself left. Lily, even knowing what you do now, do you wish to remain with the priestess of the Fount? Will you bear the blight together? No. The suffering is mine to bear and mine alone. Please, don't let this be your fate. Please. Alright. So I guess that's what happens when you don't get the Aegis Curio. So, we get more credits for me to talk over. Yeah, I think I've said most of what I wanted to say. I thought that the game was overall pretty well designed. I don't tend to be as into combat-focused Metroidvanias because they tend to be a little bit more on the twitchy end as opposed to the exploration end. Like, for example, I really liked Ori and the Will of the Wisps, because, man, you could just fling yourself everywhere, and when things are heavily movement-based like that, I just have a great time. Of just going places and that kind of thing, and being less focused on actually fighting. But despite my personal taste, I actually had a really good time with this. Especially, I feel like they had enough in there where if you're not a twitchy player and you have bad reflexes like I do, that there's still lots of things that you can do. Some bosses were even, like, more based on positioning than twitch, which I really, really liked. Or rather, I should say, I very much appreciated. So I did feel like the game was designed pretty well around that. It did not rely strongly on the reflexes. But man, was it hard. But it was a good difficulty. For probably 90% of things, I felt like I could just learn it. I never really felt like I was beating my head against the wall. There were only a few moments in the Bastion where I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna go do something else for a little while. And come back to this. Maybe try to get a little bit stronger. But I was able to do that. Like, when I got stuck on those kill rooms before the boss in the Bastion, like, overall, the Bastion is the one that I typically use as the example, because that's the only place where I really got stuck a couple of times. But when I started the Bastion, I was able to go in, have a great deal of difficulty with some of the challenges, which is fine. That's the purpose of challenges. They're meant to be hard. And I kept just unlocking the shortcuts, so I didn't have to go do them again. So I always felt like I was making progress, even while dying repeatedly, and that was fine. It felt okay. And then near the top, there was the point where you had to go through 3 separate kill rooms with a bunch of gargoyles, which I was terrible at fighting. I basically always wrecked my face on them. And that was the first time I felt like I got stuck. And so I was just like, okay, I'll go find maybe some power-ups or HP increases and try again and see if I feel a little bit better. And that was when I found the, what was the actual name for them? The sewers and the execution grounds. I managed to find the path there. Because I realized that I could actually do that jump. And I think we're gonna get into a cutscene here. Oh, nope. Okay. She whispers from the abyss, bound as one, we shall never be apart. I'll go ahead and get in there, see if it did drop something for me. Blighted Phantom. Calls forth the visage of the blighted white priestess. A phantom of blight since purified, or blight yet to stain the white priestess. Curious that the blight should appear so eerily reminiscent of tears. Okay. I got all the things. I'm gonna sit down and save, and then I'm gonna go to the main menu, and we can, and I'll finish what I'm talking about. Okay. So I was talking about the Bastion, with all those kill rooms with the gargoyles and the two dragons at the end. I didn't feel like I was strong enough to get them, so I went around and explored, ended up finding another path, and that was great. And I was able to tackle that when I felt a little bit more ready. And then up the top, there was the boss. The Bastion in particular, I felt like was like the combat challenge area. Pretty much everything there was focused on beating things up, and I think that's why I had the hardest time. And then the boss at the top, I got stuck on because he does have a couple of attacks where it's just like, you dodge him or you die. And that relied more on reflex, and I'm not good at that. So that's probably why he was my least favorite boss. All the other bosses, I felt like I could get into a little bit of a dance with them. Julius in particular, I even described as a dance. Or you just... There's lots of different things you can do. But even then, when I got stuck up there, I was able to just run around and go try to get stronger. And it all worked out. So, overall, I do feel like the design of the game was on point. I'm glad to see that it got a sequel. I think I will play it someday. Not sure when, but it is on my list. It is very much on my list. But the fact that I can talk about the Bastion fondly, even when it has the things that I was the worst at, and the area that I found by far the hardest. It's just an area that I thought the way it was laid out and designed was pretty good. And I kind of liked that each area had its own little gimmick that kind of changed how you would play a little bit. And each gimmick actually was noticeable. The Bastion was the one that was focused on combat challenges, as I've been saying. Then you had the sewers, which had some darkness and lots of enemy spawners and that kind of thing. You had the verboten domain, which had the damage over time, so you had to learn how to kill enemies quickly, or you would have a bad day. And fortunately for me, I was just strong enough that I could heal through a lot of it. After I unlocked the passages, and there everything felt very much varied. Yeah, my experience with this game was quite good. I enjoyed it quite a lot. Even in the areas where I got a little bit frustrated. And early on, I definitely had a bit of performance anxiety because game was hard. Game was hard, and I was always afraid that my poor performance would make people have less of a good time. Or that I might be making the game look bad due to my own incompetence rather than any fault of the game design. Even those early parts that I found very, very challenging, I thought they were designed fine. It was just hard. So, very glad I played this game. I liked it a lot. We'll play the sequel. But not yet. Next up, for next week, once again, I managed to finish the game on a Sunday. So... I am able to just make a new schedule with all the stuff, and hooray! But yes, next game will be Dead Cells. I'm kind of looking forward to playing that one. It looks like it's going to be another game that's on the twitchier side and also hard, so I expect it to wreck my face. But just fighting some of those old bosses again. I did eventually learn how this game goes, so hopefully I will learn how Dead Cells works, and considering it has a bunch of roguelike elements in it, I suspect it's going to be big on learning. So, we'll see how that works out for me. But for today, I think this is where I will end. And I'd be happy to talk about the game more in the comments. Same with Subnautica. If you have more stuff you'd like to say or want my take on. But here, I think I will stop, so thank you all for coming, and I hope you're able to make something wonderful today. Look, I keep telling you, if you want to make a game, go do it. Look, these guys made a game and it was cool. And even if your first attempt at a game is not as nice and polished, I doubt this was this team's first game. Or maybe this was the team's first game, but I bet the people that made it had some development experience before. Don't worry about it. Just keep trying. Go beat your face against the Bastion. You can do it. It'll work out. I'll see you all tomorrow.